Hello students, so welcome again in financial services classes. Last classes we have seen the growth of financial services in India, and I hope you have copied the notes and you have understood the topic. Okay, in today's class we'll start the next topic, that is your leasing finance. Okay, so as per your syllabus, this is your second unit. Okay, so we'll check out. First we'll go for the meaning. What do you mean by the leasing finance? Okay, it is a contract between the owner of the asset and the user of the asset. It is a tool of financing the cost of an asset. It separates ownership and use as two economic activities and facilitates asset use without ownership. Okay, so we'll try to understand in a little bit easy terms. Okay, so lease financing is one of the important source of medium and long term finance. Okay, medium and long term. Short term is also available, but generally it is for medium and long term finance, where the owner of an asset, owner of an asset gives another person the right to use. Please try to understand. Okay, where that is under the leasing finance, the owner of an asset gives another person the right to use that asset against periodical payments. Fine. So just for example, if you are having one particular machinery, okay, and I am in a need of that machinery, but I don't have too much of money, or I don't have a capital to invest, that is, I don't have a capital to purchase and then use. So in that case, between you and me, we can think for the lease contract. You have the ownership of that machinery and I want the use of that machinery, right to use that machinery. So we both are going to sign a contract, which will be known as a leasing contract. Okay, and under that you are going to give me the possession of your machinery to me, and I will use it according to the time period what we have agreed under the contract. And for that use, as I am using your asset, okay, so you are not my best friend that you are going to give me for free of cost. Okay, we are doing here the financing services, and financing services always involve the cost. Fine. So I have to pay you some periodical payments. So this is your leasing contract between two persons, where one is your owner of asset and another will be user of the asset for a fixed period of time and for the against the periodical payment. I hope you understood. Okay, now further we'll check out essential elements and features of the leasing. Okay, so what are the important elements, or what should be present to complete a lease contract, or what are the different features of your leasing, where very first comes number of parties to the contract. Okay, number of parties to the contract. So when we say contract, or when we say parties, minimum 2 persons should be there. Okay, minimum 2 party, minimum 2 party, minimum 2 persons, then only we can think for the contract. Okay, you are not going to do any, you are not going to sign any contract with yourself. That isn't going to be a contract. Fine, that is going to be a promise with yourself only. But when we say that we are entering into the contract, we need minimum 2 parties. And in case of lease, we have those 2 parties. One is here known as lessor and another is known as the lessee. Please keep remember, one party known as the lessor and the another party known as the lessee. Lessor, who is having the ownership, or who is the owner of the asset. Okay, lessor, who is the owner of the asset, and lessee, who is going to get the right to use that asset, that is user of the asset. Fine. So we can say that lease contract take place between 2 parties, that is lessor and lessee, or 2 parties, that is owner and user. Okay, owner, your lessor, user, your lessee. Fine. Next we have asset. Fine. So when we are entering into any contract, or when we are entering here, okay, when we are entering into a lease contract, where one person is the owner of the asset and one person wants the right to use of that asset. That means asset should be there. Okay, there should be a particular subject matter for which both party is agreed to enter into the lease contract. Take our old example. What I said, you have a machinery and I want the right to use that machinery. So you have a machinery. Machinery is an asset. If in case you don't have that machinery, then definitely no contract is going to take place between you and me. I will search for the another person who is having that machinery, who is having the ownership of that machinery, or who is ready to enter for that contract. Okay, so there should be a subject matter, a particular exactly perfect subject matter. You can say that certain subject matter, okay, for which machinery, for which goods, for which item, for which car, for which furniture, or for which type of computer, for which type of your sound or music system you want to enter into the lease contract. Okay, so there should be a particular asset present, okay, for which both party wants to enter into the lease contract, the particular subject matter necessary. Clear? Now the next, consideration. What I have written here, lease rent. Okay, so as in the starting also I told you, if I am going to enter into a contract with you because you are having the ownership of that particular machinery, you are not my best friend who is going to give me free of cost. Ma'am, it's okay, you use it as in my home the machinery is simply left in the corner. It's not going to happen. Under the lease contract, lease rent should be present. Without the presentation of lease rent, there will be no lease contract. Keep it in your mind. Okay. And what actually the lease rent? It is a periodical payment. Okay. It is a periodical payment made by the lessee. Lessee, who is lessee? User of the asset. Okay. So made by the lessee to the lessor. Who is lessor? Owner of the asset. Fine. And why lessee will pay some payment to the lessor? Just because the lessee has got the right to use the asset. Right to use the asset which belong to the lessor. And whatever that periodical payment we are doing, that is whatever the periodical payment made by the lessee to the lessor for the right to use the asset is known as lease rent. Clear? Okay. Next we have lease period. So very easy, I hope so. Name itself suggests. Okay. Duration of lease contract. What is the duration? Okay. And duration can be a long term, can be medium term, can be short term. For any duration you can enter into the lease contract. Depend upon the need and nature of the asset. Okay, depend upon the need and nature of the asset, you can decide the duration of your lease contract. Fine. Then next, use versus ownership. Use versus ownership. Now, one point to make it or to keep it remember here, ownership remains with the lessor. Ownership remains with the lessor. Okay. Lessee only gets the right to use the asset. Lessee only gets the right to use the asset. Ownership is not when two parties, that is lessor and lessee, sign the lease contract. Ownership is never going to get transferred from lessor to the lessee. Ownership will be remain with the lessor only. Lessee will only get the right to use it. Clear? Now the next, termination of contract. So when we are saying we have entered into a contract, definitely that will have the fixed duration, which we have seen in the fourth point also, lease period, duration of the lease contract. You will have the fixed duration. Okay, either you are going to enter in that lease contract for 1 day or 1 year or the 10 years. Okay, short term, medium term and long term. and when it will get expire, when your 1 day get over, or when your 1 year get over, or when your 10 years got over, we have to terminate the contract. That means we have to cancel the contract. There will be no more contract. Okay, old contract over. Now lessee has to return the possession of the asset back to the lessor. That is expiry of the lease period. Clear till here? Now the next we will check out in the same term, that is again your essential elements and features only. Next we have maintenance. Okay, that is provision for the payment of the cost of maintenance. So you are, that is lessee. Lessee is using the asset which belong to the lessor, and whenever we are using any asset, definitely it will have some tiers. Okay, and we have to pay or we have to take care of maintenance. Now the question is, asset belong to the lessor, then who will pay the maintenance charges? So here that depends upon the duration of the lease contract. Okay, general terms or usually, okay, if the lease contract for any asset long term, if it is for the long term, then in that case maintenance charges are paid by the lessee itself, bear by the lessee itself. But if the lease contract for a particular asset for the short term, then in that case maintenance charges or cost will be bared by the lessor. Okay, so long term paid by the lessee, short term paid by the lessor. Clear? Next we have renew or purchase. Renew or purchase. At your 6th point we have seen termination. Okay, your duration got over and you terminated that contract. But in that only little bit extension, renew or purchase, an option at the end of the basic period. Whether you have, and generally it is for your short term, medium term, long term, anything you can apply, depend upon your requirement. Okay, so whether at the termination of one contract, when duration got over, completed, whether you both party want to enter into again the new contract, new lease contract for the same asset, if the asset life, okay, asset useful life still remains, then you can renew that lease contract. And in the market, okay, you can go for the purchase option also. We'll check what is that and further point. Okay, so generally at the end of the basic period or on the time of termination of the contract, maybe you can go for the renew or maybe you can go for the purchase of that particular asset for which you have entered into the lease contract. Okay, now the next, no collateral security and margin money. Okay, so we know very well, your lessee is not the owner of the asset. Okay, lessor is the owner of the asset. So, and problem is like when we are using the asset, definitely there is a chances that asset may get some problems or maintenance cost will arise, as we have seen earlier also, some tear will happen. So in that cases, what can be your security? Fine. And we have seen in the meaning, lease is a kind of finance. Okay, it is a financing, one of the important source, financing of your medium and long term sources. Okay, so just think, when we go to any bank to take the loan is also financing. Okay, through the loan also we try to finance our requirements. Okay, but whenever we go to the banks to borrow some money or from any financial institution, the demand for the collateral security, okay, the demand for the collateral security, that you have to keep something as a security, because if in case in future you are not going to do the payment of EMI fully, or if something happens, then we don't want to go for the losses, fully loss, so that we will have some collateral security and we can reduce our losses in case of non-repayment of EMI. Okay, and margin money, maybe you can take the example of your discounting of bill of exchange, where we have seen bill of exchange, if you are going to present in front of any banks or financial institution to get money on that, they are going to charge some discounting rates. Okay, some discounts they are going to do on that. Always they used to pay you the face value of the bill of exchange minus discount, and whatever remaining that they are going to pay you. That means they are going to keep some margin money for them. Okay, but in case of lease contract, even though it is a medium and long term financing source, lessee no need to provide any collateral security or any margin money to the lessor. Here only the one thing will be present, that is lease rent. Okay, for lease rent you can decide your different periodical payments pattern, either whether you are going to pay it in advance, or whether you are going to pay it at the end of the year, or whether you are going to pay it in some quarterly basis. That you can decide, but you don't have to pay any margin money, or you don't have to keep anything as a collateral security when you are entering into the lease contract. Clear? Now the next option to buy the asset. Okay, so it is a bargain option for the lessee, to buy the asset. Okay, and usually in case of long term lease contract it take place. Okay, usually in case of long term lease contract, option to buy the asset take place. Just suppose for the same machinery for which in lease contract you and me have entered. Okay, so just suppose if the lease contract was for the 30 years for that particular machinery, and we know very well 30 years for a machinery, like long term. Okay, it's sufficient. Maybe after that no useful life will be remain also for that machinery. Fine, or maybe hardly 1 or 2 years will be left. So in that case, where being a lessor you know very well hardly 1 or 2 years useful life of that machinery is left. Okay, and I as a lessee knowing very well I can use it for another 3 years with the maintenance, proper maintenance. Okay, then we can go for the buying option. But please, in like your as per the valid sources and all, okay, buying options or purchase options should be mentioned in the lease contract at the time when we have made it. Okay, when we have created the lease contract, that time only we have to add this option also. So if that option was available, then at the end you can, if you are a lessee, you are interested to buy that machinery, then you can buy it and become the owner. Fine. So these are some of the essential elements and features of leasing, which you can keep remember for your exam purpose, and shortcut also you can keep remember, as you are very good in writing Ramayana and Mahabharata, so you can write by your own, but points please keep remember. Fine. I'll recall again very quickly. Two parties, that is lessor and lessee, one particular asset, and there should be a consideration, and there should be a exact period for that lease contract, and ownership it is not going to transfer from lessor to the lessee, and you will have the termination, that is your lease contract will get expired, and you have to take care of maintenance also. Who will bear the maintenance charges? You have to make clear those things in your lease contract. And then you have to go for the renew or purchase depend upon your need and requirement, and no collateral security is required to get the right to use that particular asset under the lease contract from the lessor. And maybe in case of your long term lease contract, you will have the option to buy that particular asset at the end of the lease contract. Fine. So I hope you can keep remember these things. Thank you very much. We'll see. We will meet again in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.